Good afternoon, good afternoon. Everyone who is watching me right now from all over the world, hello to you. I'm showing you the beautiful views of amazing city called Las Palmas. Staying right here on the beach, and it's absolutely remarkable here. It's warm, it's sunny, it's beautiful. But today we will be not on the beach because, as you can imagine, it can be quite loud right there on the beach. Today we will be talking with you about self-discovery. The reason why I'm here, because it's part of my self-discovery, it's part of my journey, and I'm so excited to share this with you. So, hello to you, and let me know where are you joining me from, because I love seeing different destinations. I love seeing where people are joining me from because that makes me smile, and I always am happy to see when my message goes around the globe, especially today, because today's message is a very special one. As you know, I'm very passionate about mindset coaching because I'm a mindset coach and a speaker, and I love when people are on their journeys of self-discovery. I must say, it's something what is never easy to do. It's never straightforward, but it's something what will always pay you back. It is something that is always exciting. It is something that is always very challenging. And the reason why it's so challenging, because it's not something what we are taught to do at school. Let's imagine you go to school and you study and you learn whatever you need to learn at school, and they teach you how to be a proper society member. They teach you how to perform. They teach you how to show up. They teach you how to do your should and your must. And unfortunately, not always they teach you and educate you on how to really connect with yourself and how to really stay in touch with yourself. So today it is about self-discovery journey. And I wonder, some of you, wherever you are right now, if you have been on this exciting journey. I know it's never easy, but I also know it is definitely worth it. So let's start with probably what is the easiest way to do your self-discovery journey. For me, the way how I prefer to do it is through writing. And I've got several books with me here, which I already finished. Another one, probably you noticed, I like red color, right? But writing for me is really important because when I write, this is the chance for me to actually dig deeper. This is a chance for me to really dive deeper into my own depth of subconscious and find the demons and find those questions which are bothering me and my subconscious for a very long time. So I must say that it's never done without external help. Of course, you need some extra help because sometimes on your own, it's very easy to get trapped in your own lies, as very often we do, right? Very often we live our lives and we think we are authentic. And it only takes a couple of decades for you to realize you haven't been authentic. And what's interesting when you realize that, it actually becomes very powerful because only then you step up into your own authenticity. And only then you realize that actually it's quite powerful to be just yourself. So one of the reasons why I decided to go on this journey, because I realized that since I was little, I was always living somebody else's life. And I'm not sure how about yourself, but I'm already 35. And I wasn't willing to continue living that life. I wasn't willing to follow what I was always told to do. I wasn't ready to give up on my dreams of freedom, on my dreams of, following my passion and to do what I always felt like doing. I wanted to really be free. I wanted to really step up outside of my comfort zone. And I wouldn't say it was easy. Of course it wasn't easy. Come on, if that would be easy, then everybody would do it, right? It wasn't easy, but it was so worth it. And I must say, one of the ways or one of the pushes, which actually pushed me towards this self-discovery journey, was the seminar with Tony Robbins. I attended that literally in December. It was first week of December. And after that, I packed my house and I left traveling. And to say it was easy to do it, no, it wasn't. Because those who got used to live in the house, who got used to stay at one place, who got used to see your friends, who got used to see your family, probably can't even imagine doing that. And I must say, for me, it was also quite challenging because I also had my friends, also had my family, I also had everything at one place. And to leave everything behind and literally just go away without attachment to any stuff, without any attachment to what happens, without any attachment to people, was quite challenging. But of course, it was so worth it. And one of the reasons I've also decided to do that, because maybe some of you already know, maybe not all of you know, but my biggest passion is helping people to transform their own lives and to follow their dreams. So I caught myself thinking at the seminar with Tony Robbins that if I don't follow my own dream, which is traveling and helping people on their journeys as I travel myself as well, then how can I help others to live their own dreams? Therefore, I decided to go into this exciting journey of self-discovery. So let's start with me packing the house, which was quite a nightmare because I only had a few days for that. And I've done it. Okay, I've done it and it was fine. But was it easy? No, because as you can imagine, we all have loads of stuff. We all have lots of things with us. And that means we get quite attached to everything what we have. And of course, to leave everything behind wasn't that easy. But same time, I realized, and that was one of my biggest discoveries, that actually when I let go of everything, literally packed my house and left, I realized I actually was never even attached to anything. And that is exactly what I would like to ask you. That's no matter where you're watching me from right now. But my question to you is, how attached are you to everything what you believe belongs to you? How attached are you to things and items and whatever you have? Very often we are more attached than we actually are. And the minute you release the attachment, the minute you really let go of everything, this is when you actually set yourself free. And then what's interesting, right now many people ask me, Olga, so you were born in Latvia, you're Russian, and right now you're traveling around, and where is your home? And I always say, well, I don't have a home. It's the most interesting thing that I don't feel I need to have a physical home, like those four walls, because I feel like my home is always in my heart. So my question to you is, do you believe that your home is literally where you are right now? Or maybe your home is also in your heart. You know what's interesting? The minute I left, it was quite scary. But same time, I remembered, hold on, you already did it before. You already left before. You already were packing your stuff. Okay, that was 12 years ago. That was slightly different situation. I didn't speak any English. I haven't had my passion back then. I mean, I was always passionate about psychology and helping people, but I wasn't on the journey of being a coach and a speaker, right? So for me, I had to come here to UK. I had to find the job and set up myself. So right now, comparing to 12 years ago, was a lot easier. But same time, was it easier emotionally? No, it wasn't, right? Because again, we human beings, we still get attached. We still get attached to things and items. And to say it was easy, no, it wasn't. All right. So those who are wondering, how is it possible? It is possible. But it means you have to really overcome some challenges. It means you have to really overcome those insecurities and those attachments. And I would like to actually invite people to start thinking seriously about that false security which we live right now. Many people think that if you have a house, you have a mortgage, then you have security. But actually, it is your false security. The house is not yours until it is paid off completely, right? If your house is in a mortgage, that means it is your bank's asset. It's not yours asset. It is your liability. And very often people get so attached to things, to houses, to stuff like that, and they don't allow themselves to really feel free because they live in a fear. Before they have the house, they live in the fear that I don't have a house, I'm not accomplished human being, I need to have a home. Then they get a mortgage, and then they feel, okay, now I have security, I have safety because I have a home which doesn't even belong to me, it belongs to the bank. So this is the false security which many people live in, and unfortunately without realizing. The same with cars. People buy cars, they pay the finance, They don't buy them when they're paid off. They keep paying for them, and they live in the fear. If I don't pay for my car, it will be taken away. This is a false security again, right? The same with jobs. And I'm not saying now we shouldn't have jobs, or we should live in a tent, or now everybody should go traveling, everybody should live this free lifestyle. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying, when you are lying to yourself that you have security, that you have a home, that this is your safety, that is not really the security. This is the lie to yourself. This is the thing which you tell to yourself to feel more secure, but this is not that security. The security you create for yourself when you are free to go anywhere where you want. And even if your choice is to stay where you are right now, it's fine. But in that case, make it your own choice. Because very often people stay at one place simply because they have a job and they must be there. Or they believe they have to stay in that place because their friends are there, therefore they should stay there. This is bollocks. Come on, friends will go away. Friends will die. People will die eventually. If you tie yourself to the place and location because of other people, and I do appreciate we have parents, we have to look after them. I do appreciate we have family members, we have to look after them. Of course, I'm not saying everybody right now have to just let go and go away. But what I'm saying, double question yourself. When you lie to yourself, that's exactly what I was doing all this time. When you lie to yourself and you say, no, I should be here, ask yourself, should you really be here? Okay, or this is exactly what you tell yourself, because it's one of those things which is easier to say and believe, rather let yourself be free. I can see Howard saying me, hello. Hi to you, Howard, as well. And by the way, Howard, those who don't know, was playing a really big and important part in my journey as well here in the UK. He was one of those people who helped me eventually with a job and helped me to establish myself too. So publicly, I'm very happy and honored to actually thank Howard for all his help and support, especially in the very beginning of the journey. And right now, we still stay in touch and we're still friends, which to me is very, very valuable. So those who cannot see Howard is saying hello on YouTube, and that's why maybe you cannot see the comment, but it's definitely that. I can see the comment here from Jones Gar. Good morning to you too. I wonder where you're based if you're saying good morning. Do let me know your location, because I love to hear where people are located. And Anya says, I left the UK for 10 days in November and I ended up staying away for 2 months. I didn't miss any belongings, but when I returned last week, my heart blossomed so much coming back to my flat that I realized I did miss something after all without realizing. That is very beautiful. Thank you for sharing this, Anna. And I can relate to you, because saying that I don't feel an attachment, it really is true. I have my stuff with me and I realized, whatever we have to have, we always can go and buy. But of course, there are some things which, if let's say I would go away completely forever, I would take with me, right? That would be my diaries. That would be, some stuff which you cannot never recover. Like, for example, some pictures from the times when we're printing them, right? Of family memories and stuff like that. But same time, I wouldn't take literally everything. Like, some people think they have to have the entire house around them. What I learned, it's so liberating to actually go away and really enjoy your own freedom. But Anya, thank you so much for sharing that. And it's quite interesting that you left for 10 days and you ended up staying away for 2 months. And my question is, where did you go? Where have you been and what have you seen? What have you been doing? And also, have you gone on your self-discovery journey during that time? So I can see this early morning in Calgary, Canada. All right, okay, I see. Well, yes, it is actually early morning in Canada, all the way across the pond, which is exciting. I love how international sometimes we can be. So going back to the self-discovery journey, a couple of lessons which I learned. That when you go on this journey, you don't have to go away if you cannot, but I would strongly suggest to take your time off. What I have done during the last several weeks, started from probably mid of November, and then more and more intense, it was in December. I took time off social media, not 100%. I was still showing up and still showing my face, but I dropped my publicity massively, okay? Comparing to how often I was before, it was almost zero. Okay, many people reached out to me wondering, Olga, are you even alive? What's going on? We're wanting to see your lives, we're wanting to see your videos. And as I just was saying, bear with me, I'm on my self-discovery journey. I need my own time. The same with communication with the outside world. I took my time to spend least time with people on the phone, least time seeing people, least time meeting people, because for me, it was my time. It was my time when I wanted to go deeper. And just like I said in the very beginning, I have a book with me where I was reflecting. And the easiest way how you can do your own self-discovery journey is to ask yourself questions. Again, let me just confirm once more here that having external help, a friend, a mentor, a coach will always help you even more. Because when you have somebody else knowing you enough, right, and also seeing your own patterns and also seeing where things are coming from will help you to excel on your journey. So of course I was in touch with my coaches and they were helping me to dig out more stuff. And I must say right now I feel more centered than ever. I feel more connected with myself than ever. And I know some stuff got behind the schedule. I know some stuff got, slightly neglected. I know some stuff were not as perfect as they were. But here's the key. I realized the one thing that I was always aiming to do was trying to be perfect. That was serving many, but that was never serving me because I was not authentic myself. And I'm not saying I never was that. Come on, of course. I do what I do already for several years and already I'm on this journey. But every time when I go and dive deeper into my self-discovery journey, it gets even more interesting, right? So this time, for example, what I discovered that I was not allowing my inner girl, that naughty, that crazy, that really playful girl, go outside and play. I realized I was actually, even though I felt liberated than ever, more liberated than ever, right? If I compare myself or last 10 years to my previous 25 years, I'm more liberated than ever for the last 10 years comparing to before. But even though still, during this last self-discovery journey of last several weeks, I realized that actually I was still doing my best to be that proper. I was still doing my best to hold back slightly, not allow myself to go and play, not allow myself to do what exactly I want, even though it's a huge difference to my previous decades. Right now, it was so much more connected. And the feeling is just, it's so even challenging to describe the feeling because it's something what you got to feel. It's that pure connection, pure sincerity, pure joy of truly being yourself. And what's interesting, of course, I met several people on my travels because I spent 2 weeks in Lanzarote, then I went 2 weeks in Fuerteventura. Now I am in Gran Canarias, and I must say, amount of people whom I met, amount of conversations I had with people, and the amount of people were telling me like, oh my God, you radiate that happiness, you radiate that pure connection. And I said, that's exactly how I feel. And some people said like really interesting phrases to me. They said, it's quite interesting to learn about you. And I said, as much as you learn about me, I actually learn about myself right now as well. And for some people, that was quite strange to hear because, it's not something what you normally say, right? But that's exactly how I felt. I enjoyed listening. I enjoyed discovering. I enjoyed reconnecting with myself. But again, once more, it's very challenging to do it when you're surrounded by the noise, when you're still within the same activities, when you're still within the same people, when you're still surrounded by the same things and places, right? So I'm not saying that you should go away to discover yourself, but what I'm saying, you got to change your routine. You got to change the way how you operate every day in order for your subconscious to slow down and start noticing some other processes. Oh, thank you so much, Ranjana. I can see your comment here. Beautiful comment. Thank you so much. Just love your videos. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that, darling. And actually, I love your videos as well. And anybody who doesn't know, Ranjana, she is an amazing, amazing woman. She has amazing motivational videos as well. So please go check her out. And this comment, by the way, is on Facebook. And here's an answer from Anya. She says, I went to Germany, my birth country. And yes, a lot has changed in terms of my mindset and perspective. How exciting is that? Thank you so much for sharing that, Anya. I can see the comment here on LinkedIn from Mehmet saying, you are reflecting your sincerity, which is respect worthy. I can see you are in peace with yourself. I really am. And probably the most of ever times, right? The most of ever times. But thank you so much for this beautiful comment. Really appreciate that. And Mohammed says, Olga, your personality is so motivating and life-giving. Thank you so much for sharing that. Really appreciate that. Very nice. Yes, Manjana, adoption life coach. How exciting is that? Many people were adopted. Many people are willing to go and adopt. And I was going on my journey to willing to adopt a child. It didn't happen. But that was my biggest dream at some point. And, darling, if I would meet you back then, it will be so exciting. But yes, this woman is a must talk to if you are on a journey or if you were adopted and you struggle with kind of settling about that and settling your thoughts and your feelings about that. That's definitely, this is the person to talk to, because she knows so much, and obviously she is the coach. So she's the person to go to. Anyways, let's go back to the journey. So one of the revelations which I had, which was really interesting, is something what was really contradicting me and my personality. And some of you probably will think like, what? How is it even possible? But exactly, that was quite shocking for me as well. And that was one of the things that, even though I like changes, even though I seek changes, as you can see, I travel right now in Canary Islands and I change islands all the time, right? So I need to have some variety. But I realized that actually I was somehow going against the change. And even though I want the change, but I realized I was somehow delaying my change. And I had to take myself on this journey, and I'll share with you this tip how you can do it. So what you have to do is to literally sit down and write down a statement. For example, in my case, it was, so when big changes happen, then. Okay, so when big changes happen then, and you write down everything what your subconscious gives you out. So it could be, for example, maybe some of you are single and you would like to be in relationships, but you see something is not working out for you to be in relationships. So the good statement for you would be to write down, when I am in a fully committed and loving relationships, then. And listen for your subconscious to give out those limitations, those stories which are stored in your mindset. Okay, so for some of you, for example, if you want to change your career, or let's say if you want to make more money, it could be, when I am prosperous and abundant, then. And listen to what your subconscious will give out. Or when I am at the peak of my career, when I really enjoy what I do, then. And again, listen to what your subconscious will give you out. For example, if you would like to be fitter, if you would like to, lose some weight, or if you would like to really look after your body, in that case, put this statement down as, when I am fit and healthy, or when I am looking sexy and hot, then. Okay, it's up to you how you verbalize that, because again, statement is your own, but it's something that will help you to bring up those inner fears and insecurities and those messages which are stored in your subconscious. So for example, in my case, when I was thinking about when biggest changes will happen, and I'm happy to read out them for you as well. First of all, was coming out, then I will succeed, which is logical, right? So when I embrace the changes, when I allow changes to happen, when I follow my routine, when I follow my discipline, then I succeed. Sounds very logical. But the next thing came out was, then I will be at the place and the position where I haven't been before. And that can be challenging. Yeah, sounds again very logical. And this is what exactly your subconscious will give you to start with. It will give you something very logical. It will give you something very mild, something very nice, because that's exactly what happens every time when we challenge ourselves. Because subconscious will give you a very nice answer, and your conscious will be very satisfied with that answer. But I would say no. Say no to your subconscious. Say, no, I'm not happy with this. I want to dig deeper, okay? This answer is nice, but I want more, okay? So, for example, if you, let's go back to relationships. If you're saying, when I'm in a loving and committed relationships, then, and let's say first thing comes in mind, I'll be happy, right? That sounds very logical. Of course I'll be happy, yes. But say no, I want to dig deeper, right? And listen what else will come up. Okay, listen what fear you're gonna have, what challenge will come up, something uncomfortable. And you will feel it. You will really feel it, but you have to really take yourself on the journey. And I would say for that, go for a walk. Like I like to go alongside the beach with my book and a rucksack. I need to show you my rucksack. It's really bright and has lots of pockets. Look at that, right? But I like to get my water, get my journal, and I like to go alongside the beach, go on the walk, and literally have this statement in my head. I would write it down, and I would put down whatever logical reasoning the subconscious will give out, and I would put it down on a piece of paper in my journal, and I'll continue walking, and I will repeat the statement in my mind again until more truth will come out. Okay, this is something similar to the process which I do with my clients, and also I'm sure many other coaches do as well. It's something what we want to get to the rock bottom. Okay, we don't want the nice stuff, because nice stuff are just proper stuff, they're just perfect stuff. We want deep stuff because we want to work on the reprogramming you. Okay, that's exactly what I do with my clients. So then it was interesting. Out of the blue, this particular phrase came out. This is new and scary. And I was like, whoa, why is it new and scary? Come on, it's a change, it's variety. But here we go. That means change to me, Karen, myself. I will lose my certainty. And one of my human needs is certainty. I love variety. But one of my human needs is certainty. And by the way, there's 6 human needs. Tony Robbins speaks a lot about them. And I made a short video about this as well. It is on YouTube. You can watch it as well. Just type on YouTube, Olga Geidane, 6 human needs, and you will learn more about what do I mean by one of my human needs. So, and this is what I put here. I love variety, but I need certainty, okay? All of us will need one or another, right? And if something is shaking your human need, your primary human need, this is when you start self-sabotaging yourself. So here where I already started getting my clarity, I was like, oh, okay, now I can see why I'm slightly against that big change, because that will shake up my certainty. And the next thing was really, really interesting. I asked myself, what changes bring? And for that, I really had to sit down, calm myself down, calm my mind down, to meditate a little bit. And it was really profound what I heard coming up from the depth of my subconscious. And that took me back to the 12 years ago when I just arrived to the UK. So what I wrote down here is changes bring uncertainty. Changes bring suffering, lack, struggles, adapting, neglecting me, putting me last, forced learning. I love learning, but that was first forced learning, fear, starvation, jealousy, and survival. And that all combination of all feelings which were related to change, I realized were related to me when I arrived 12 years ago to the UK. When I came to the UK without English, with only £100 in my pocket, with no job, with 2.5-year-old son, and I had to put myself last. I had to put himself first. Come on, every mother would do that, okay? So I'm not saying I've done the bad choice. I'm saying I had to do that because I was putting him first. That was very logical, and that was a very normal thing for me to do at that time. But of course, the combination of all the feelings were created by me surviving during the time, by me establishing myself during that time, by me trying, that's a good word to use in this case, trying to find my path. And the reason why I say trying, because I'm literally going and testing things without really committing to anything, right? That was very challenging. That was really, really not easy. Right now, when I look back, I always laugh and say like, yeah, that was probably the most crazy and the most stupid decision I ever made. However, I'm very grateful. But it was quite interesting how my own subconscious linked big changes to only those emotions 12 years ago, okay? So I invite you to challenge yourself as well. I invite you to look at one of the areas, one of the aspects in your life, and see what you would like to improve, what you would like to change, and write down the statement, right, which you feel will challenge you. For example, in my case, it was big changes. So if I stick to my new, because I built down my new routine, if I stick to my new routine and I'm very productive to welcome changes, then that was my exact phrase which I was using in my journal. Again, your phrase is your phrase, your statement is your statement, but the statement should be something what you really, really want, but it doesn't happen, okay? In my case, I wanted massive changes in my life, and I was wondering, okay, what actually stops me from going into these huge changes, okay? So that was my biggest revelation out of all, and I must say I probably could spend 3 hours with you sharing all of them, but what I will do, I will actually finish on this particular revelation here, because that was the biggest one, and I'm sure that will resonate with some of you, and I'm sure that will also help you to challenge yourself. Plus, I don't want to overwhelm you, I don't want to spam you with lots of different techniques and lots of different tools which you can use, but I would like to definitely invite you to write a statement of what you really, really want, and listen to your subconscious to bring up all the fears, all the insecurities, all the stories, and all the blueprint which you have, all those paradigms, all that programming which you have within your subconscious, within your mindset, right? So you can work with that. What I have done with this particular awful story, I mean, it's really awful story, come on, it's relates to 12 years ago me. Why would I subconsciously still hold on to that? But that's exactly how your subconscious works, okay? It helps you to grow, it helps you to develop, it helps you to step out, but to a certain level. And once you will go to the extreme levels, it will take you back to where you had last extreme, okay? That's why it's important to find out since when you had those particular stories. As I found out in my case, that was when I just arrived to the UK, and that all makes sense. Of course, I progressed so much from that time. Of course, I developed myself so much from that time. So I will never experience that again because I'm in a completely different position. So what I had to write in order to welcome new story was this. But that all combination was when I just arrived to UK and had no money and no English. That's exactly what I'm saying here. I seek changes and learnings all the time. That's why now I am in Gran Canarias, because I love changes. That's literally, I'm reading from here, right? And that all was at my old level. And even that was so inspirational. Changes at my new level are bringing excitement, lots of positive growth, lots of new fabulous connections and friends, a lot more traveling, and even more inspiration for others, right? And that was really, really inspiring. Of course, I'm not going to read for you now a couple of pages, but there's a lot more what I'm sharing here. And what I'm saying, once you discover what was those fears and insecurities coming up from your subconscious, I was just about to sneeze, not gonna sneeze, right? It's important to actually start challenging yourself and start understanding where it's coming from. And then it's important to actually move on and to take yourself to the journey of, but now I am welcoming, okay? And you, just like myself, welcome changes, because that will serve many more people, because that will bring me even more fun, because that will make my life even more exciting, right? I understand, and I know that sometimes it can be really, really challenging to do it on your own. Totally understand, and I know it. Come on, from being me, okay? Because I take myself on these journeys very, very often, and as I said, I know personally it is quite challenging, and because I work with my coaches, that actually helped me to go through this journey, but also doing my own self-discovery was really, really powerful too. So I welcome you to join the self-discovery journey as well. And since we are right now in 2021, since we're right now in a situation where a majority of the world is in lockdown again, right now you have the time. If you don't have the time at home because you have the family, in that case, you can go for a walk, okay? In every country, you still can go for walks. You still can go at least spend some time maybe in the garden. But please, 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 I urge you take your time for yourself to do your own self-discovery, because if you don't do it, nobody will do it for yourself, okay? And there is something what I set up last year, what I already have done last year, and I'm also doing it this year. It's something what is called how to create a happy, powerful, and prosperous year. It's not only about today, it's not only about this week, it's about the entire year ahead of you, right? I know how powerful it is to reconnect with yourself, reconnect with your intuition, reconnect with your purpose, reconnect with what's important for you. And I know how important it was for my clients to reconnect with themselves, to reconnect with who they are, to reconnect with what their purpose is, and to really, really go after what they always dreamt about. And I've already done this particular workshop, which I will be telling you about in a minute, a few times, and the feedback was tremendous. One of the my clients who also attend this workshop, she literally said, and let me just find the comment from her. I will just type it here. She sent me via WhatsApp. She said, let me just see. This is what she says. Hello, Olga. Wanted to give you a progress update. I've got some great loads of jobs and cannot believe how many signs I'm seeing based on the workshop we did together on the 28th December, right? That was the last workshop of the year. And I decided to do a few more of those this year because I know it was so powerful, right? So, of course, I'm not going to share with you the names because everything is confidential, but everybody who came to the workshops before, they were really, really happy. They said they progressed. They said they really enjoyed that. And the feedback was really amazing. I would never sell what I don't believe in. I would never talk about something what I don't believe in myself, because this is what I'm all about. Serving people from the bottom of my heart, helping people from the bottom of my heart. And today I would like to invite you to attend the workshop, okay? It's going to be happening next Friday in the evening, and it will be more like a workshop, but also a party. What we will start with just little mingling. We will introduce ourselves. We'll just have a little chit chat, and I'll take you on a journey of reconnecting with yourself, reconnecting with your purpose, reconnecting with what's important for you this year. We can call it goal setting if you want to, but I would like to call it more almost like a powerful workshop, okay? A powerful workshop where you come and you really build yourself. You reconnect with yourself, reconnect with your purpose, reconnect with your intuition, and you're allowed to be guided to your goals. You allow you to be guided towards your intentions for this year. You can call it your resolutions if you want. You can call it goals. You can call it targets, intentions. I always prefer to say it, let's say these are our intentions for this year, right? And this workshop will actually help you to really get in touch with what is truly important for you. Not what you should or must do, but what is truly important for you. And you'll be surprised. You'll be really, really surprised how powerful it will be and how much more clarity you will have. This is not that's it, because at the very end, what we will do, we'll write a letter to yourself, okay? We'll write a letter to yourself because I want you to be able, at the very end of this year, to look back at this letter and to recognize how far you have come, okay? I want you to be able to see the journey. I want you to be able to celebrate your own journey at the very end. And at the very end of the workshop, if you want to stay longer, we're going to have a party. And this party will be about celebrating you, celebrating your new intentions or resolutions, if you want to call them that way, or goals, okay? It is something what will definitely transform your life, and it's something what will definitely help you, okay? So here I am sharing with you today my little bit of journey of my self-discovery, which was really powerful. And I wish you all will join me on this journey because I know it's really powerful. This workshop will also trigger your journey. This workshop will also trigger your self-discovery. So I not only invite you, I would like to actually push you right to join me, because I know that will help you. That also will help any of your friends with whom you will share this workshop, with whom you will come together. That also will help your partners if you will take them together. And the beautiful thing is, You buy one ticket, but you can attend with as many friends as you want, or with your partners or with your children. Okay. So whatever you do, make sure next Friday, 22nd, is free in your calendar, because as I said, that'll be a really powerful workshop which will happen in the evening UK time, and I know that will transform your life, as it already transformed so many other people's lives. And of course, that also transformed my life, because this is exactly what I do with my goals, with my intentions. And what's beautiful, even though I've done this a while ago, still on a regular basis, I do it myself, and I can see how transformative the journey is. And I can guarantee your journey will be very transformative as well. So thank you so much for joining me today. It was a pleasure and a joy to have you today with me from around the globe. I really like to see where you are. And I like the comment here from Ahmed, you're not acting, you're genuine. God bless you. Thank you so much. Well, that's what I really strongly believe in, to be genuine. And many people say the same thing. Many people say, be you. Many people say, you got to be yourself. Everybody else is taken. But very rarely people actually follow that. And I must say, it was such a journey for me too. And I'm so happy that right now I'm more aligned, more connected with myself than ever. And I'm so very excited about the future journey, the future transformations, because I know they'll be very, very powerful. So thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you on 22nd of January, which is Friday, 6 p.m. UK time, at my workshop, which I can guarantee you will love. The link to the workshop is just below the video, and I'll see you there. Whatever you do today, have a wonderful day and take care. And by the way, I'm coming back to social media, so you will see me more often from today.